Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today got a really quick video for you where we're going to be looking at this horizontal text scrolling effect. So basically just, when we scroll down the page, you can see we get our two lines of text here move with the scroll to the left and right. It's very simple, but I've seen this a few times in some websites. I think it's quite cool. But yeah, let's just jump straight in. Cheers guys. Okay guys, so to get started, you can see I've just got the three usual files here. We've got an index.html, style.css and the app.js. Let's just go into our index.html first, and we'll just set a HTML boilerplate here. Come into the body, we're just going to say we want a div first with a class of line1. Okay, and then in here we're going to have a h1 tag saying welcome to my website. And then we're going to do the same thing underneath. We're going to have a div with a class of line2, and here we'll just say h1 this text moves when you scroll, like so. Okay, and then in our header section up here, we're just going to link to our style.css file, and then in the body at the bottom we'll just do a script source to the app.js file as well. Okay, and then also I just want to apply a font. So I've got this Sigma 1 font from Google Fonts here, so we'll just select the link tag for the HTML file, pop that in the header section as well. Okay, and that's pretty much it for our HTML. So let's move to the CSS now. In here we're just going to set the global settings first, so we'll just say margin 0, we'll say padding 0, box size in border box. I always apply just these initial global settings in my CSS files. Okay, and then kind of underneath that we just want to get our font again from Google Fonts, and just select the CSS property there, and we're just going to apply this to our global settings, okay, like so. And then what we do after that, I just want the colour of the text to be black. And then underneath this, we're just going to say font size of 1.5 rem for now. Okay, so now if we open this in live server, you can see we get our text there with our font at start and our styling applied. Okay, so kind of underneath this, we're just going to set our body and HTML elements next, because what we want to do is just adjust the settings for the height and the width of our actual page. Okay, so we're going to say here a width of 100%, and then we'll say a height of 500 VH for viewport heights. We're setting it at 500 just because we want to be able to scroll down the screen, okay, so we can get our kind of horizontal scrolling effect for the text working. Okay, and then underneath this we're going to set our .line1 element. Okay, and then we're going to say position. We want it to be fixed so it stays in the same position and the vertical position of the screen. And then underneath this we'll say top, we'll set it at 40% of the screen for now, so it's down nearly halfway down the page. And then we're going to say left, we'll say minus 800 pixels. We're setting it at a minus 800 pixel setting because we want it to not be displayed first. We want it to be offset to the left of the screen, okay? So the client won't be able to view the text when the page loads initially. Okay, and then we're going to say white space. And we want this to be no wrap. And the reason we're doing this is because when the text reaches the other side of the page, when we're scrolling, we don't want the text to collapse when it gets to the other side. We want it to just keep scrolling off to the out of the viewport, okay? And that's why we're setting that white space setting. Okay, just want to copy these settings for line 2 as well. Just change that line 1 to line 2 there, and then we want the top to be 45% this time. And instead of the left, we want it to be the right, okay, for line 2. Okay, so now you see you can't see anything at the moment because we've offset our text. So now we just need to play with the JavaScript to get this kind of horizontal scrolling effect working. Okay, so come to our app.js. We're just going to say let line1 equal document.query selector, and then we'll just say line1 here, or line1 like that. Do the same for line 2. And then here we're just going to come underneath and we're going to set the window. We're going to say on scroll. And this is basically just applying a scroll event listener to our entire window. Okay. And then we're going to say equals. We're going to initialize this function here. And the first thing we're going to do is just say let pos for position equal window dot scroll y, like so. Okay. So you'll see what this does if we console.log the position. Come in here, open up our dev tools, go to the console. You'll see now we get the amount of pixels we're scrolling by in the console. Okay, so we're going to use this pixel number here to adjust the left and right styling of our line divs we created. Okay, so if we come underneath this, we're just going to say line1 dot style dot left, and that's going to equal, and here we're going to apply some backticks. Let's just be style, I don't know why it does that. Dot left equals, and then backticks, and we're going to do a template literal here. We're going to add that pos variable we set, and then just add pixels after. Okay, so what this is doing, as we scroll down the screen, we're basically just applying our position to this left styling. Okay. And we also want to just minus 800 from this top here as well, minus 800 pixels, okay, because we want our text to still be off to the side of the screen. So now you'll see, if we scroll down, you'll see we gradually get our text come through like that. Okay, so we need to do the same thing for the right styling now. Let's just set line 2. All we need to change is that number. And then remember with the line 2, we had the right positioning, so we just need to change that to right. And now if we open up our page, let's just refresh it here, maximize it. Now you'll see when we scroll down, we get this nice sort of kind of text horizontal scrolling effect. Okay, so it's pretty simple, guys, but I've seen this quite a few times now. Just thought I'd show you just a few lines of code to get this kind of working. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.